Right, back again, and in this tutorial we will resume from previous tutorial where we created script questionnaire data, and this questionnaire data was put on these left wall and right wall. And another thing that we will do is remove those questionnaire data scripts that we added onto the directly onto the game object. Rather, we will add it like this and put our left questionnaire data here and here. So let's put it here. So this is our questionnaire data, and then we will put our questionnaire data here. So for this one, the multiplier value by default for the right one is +10. For the left one, it's -10. So now these changes will be reciprocated in the view. Also, you can see this player is by default shooting. So what we did was to establish this was simply go to friends or squad. Inside runner, we will look for the component bullet spawner. We will turn this on because by default these guys will be introduced at the runtime when the level will be started, and we need them to shoot right away. So you can do that, and so you can simply go to the runner regular, and there that will be bullet spawner which will be by default off. You need to enable this component, and you will be good to go. So now when the game starts, we will look for the camera movements. So right now the +10 move the camera way back, which we don't want. So to fix this, what we got to do is simply go to runner, and here we will decrease the camera factor to 0.01, and now when we play it, we will see how it looks. So this is our component. So right now it didn't look like it went back or anything. So to fix this, we will fine tune these values further. So camera factor would be to change to 0.1 to see how it looks this time. So now if we press tab to run, now it looks great. It went a little further, but not a bit, not much more back than we anticipated. So if the values of the questionnaire would increase to further to say 100, which is the extreme case. So let's increase this to 100, and now when we press play, and when we press tab to run, so it went way far. So if the enemies, if your companions, if your friends are increasing, then it wouldn't make much sense to go that far. So what we will do is we have a couple of things that we can do. One thing that we can do is to simply introduce this one, give the bounds so it don't go much more than expected, or fine tune it further. If you want to fine tune it, we can do both. So let's redo this to 0.01 or 0.02, And now if we play it, as you can see, it went a bit back, and again it's much more than expected. So but it's, I think it's fine, because right now if you see, if we go back to questionnaire and try in the friends multiplier value, it was 100. So if we move back to 10, I think this is the better suitable value. So now when we start the game, this is a camera going bit back, and if the size of them will be decreasing, we will try to duplicate it here. So let's duplicate it and place it again, and now we will first pass to the green one and then to the, so now as you can see, camera went a bit back, and again if we take the +10, or if we take the -10, camera would come back at the position which it did. And now to show you further, we can create these many, but another thing that we will need to fix is that if this -10 is if by default there is no friends and we go to -10, what it will do is pop this screen further closer to the player, which we don't want. So to do this, we will take a look at what we can do. See, the camera position is coming a bit further. So to do this, either we will create a bound, inbound and outbound example. So what will this will do is simply give the bounds. So if camera, this is the default position of the camera, this turns on. So right now another thing that we can do is use look at, but before that let's fix this bound mechanism. So if our position is in adjust camera method, if friends number is equal to 0, which it is, and the adjust camera system, so by default this is 0. So if it is 0, what we will do is alright, let's save it here, int temporary previous friends number. Let's do this, or to do this we can simply add this and then this previous value stored before change in friend number value. So if friends number is equal is less than 0, is if friends number is less than 0, so what this means is that our player went through -10 and the camera should not be moving more than -10 value. So instead of moving the camera closer, don't move camera at all. So this is what we wanted to do, and to do this what we will do is friends number is less than 0, and friend's number is not equal to, or simply this is fine, I guess. If friend's number is 0 and previous value was 0, so in case oh sorry, so what will now happen is it will go here, so here we will simply return instead of moving the camera closer. Again, this is one of the boundary condition. Now the boundary condition that I can think of this case at this position. If further arises, we will take a look accordingly. So what will happen is if we pass right through directly to negative component, it won't come closer to the camera, won't come closer, which I will show you. So this is our character, and camera didn't, I think, come closer. So to check this, that our logic was fine, this should be working. So yeah, it went through, and this is what we wanted, so it's working fine. And now if we go to the other negative one and clear it, and so it should pop up again. It didn't pop up again. Reason was simply that it was, the camera position was not the friend's number wasn't 0, it was in negative, so that was the value stored. And since ideally the game should have ended right there, and if we took this -10 first, so and since it didn't end it, that gave the error. So we will ignore that and try to pass here, and here our player shouldn't be showing, but when we pass to +10 again I will try to duplicate. So if I duplicate it again, this is how I duplicate it. And after duplicating, let's play again. So our sequence of going will be +10, we will pass through +10, then we will pass through -10, and then -10. And this prompt should be showing in this -10. Again, there are tons of other methods as well that doesn't require extensive thinking or computation like this, but this one just shows what you can do. Another thing you can do is simply do bound. You can create bounds and zoom out when the player size increase or something like this. Oh, oops. Oh yeah, this is no, our player should show up idly if our logic was correct, and if not, I will think about it and see what was missing.